Yeah, happy 65th birthday anniversary to Nigerians. Happy independence to everyone that is in Nigeria. Happy independence to all our political leaders, religious leaders, and every youth of Nigeria, both home or abroad. What a good God we serve. But the question is, do we really have anything worthy of celebrating other than to say, Lord, thank you for life, even though men are dying every day in Nigeria? Nigeria at 65 years after independence, 65 years after freedom, or 65 years of freedom, we are still slaves in our own land. Nigeria at 65, you ought to be walking tall among the nations of the world. Nigeria at 65, yet we crawl like an infant. What an irony of life. That Nigeria crawl like an infant, refusing to leave the floor. Nigeria, even though we celebrate today, we celebrate age but ignore the weight of responsibility that comes with maturity. We celebrate age but we ignore the weight of responsibility that comes with maturity. So even though we are getting old, we are not matured at all. A nation blessed with men but plagued with mindset. Nigeria is blessed with men, human resources everywhere, but we are plagued with mindset. Rich in resources, all kinds of resources. But Nigeria is poor in results, even though we are rich in resources. We are so loud in religion, so loud. We carry religion on our head. We carry our mosques on our head, carry our churches on our head, but silent in righteousness. We are loud in religion, but how silent are we in righteousness? A nation that is loud in religion and silent in righteousness will be plagued with many diseases. Full of potentials, but empty of productivity. Nigeria full of potentials, yet we are plagued and empty of productivity. Nigeria at 65, nations that were once our equal are now our teachers. Nations that were once our equal are now teaching us. We were called the giant of Africa, but somehow the giant of Africa is now the students of many of her students. Did you hear that? Nigeria is now a student of many of her students. What a pain. Nigeria at 65. Those that once borrowed our lights are now selling us candles. Men and women, nations that borrowed our lights, they now sell us candles. The tragedy of our story is not just the corruption of our leaders. It is not just that our leaders are corrupt. Beyond the tragedy of the corruption that we see among our leaders, many also are the plagues of our lives. Oh, Nigeria at 65. It's so disturbing, it's so troublesome that this is where we are at 65. Full of potentials, but empty of productivity. Beyond the corruption of our leaders, we are plagued with a disease. And the disease is, even those that are being led as worst are the people leading. Salami, why do you call the people that are being led worse as the people leading? We don't hold them accountable. We don't demand them to be accountable. So everyone rises to do what they feel like doing because they know they will go away with it. Can we begin not from the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Can we begin from the different class teacher? From class teacher to the primary school heads, to the headmasters. Then we get to the different ward councillors. How accountable are our councillors to us? Then to the local government chairman, to our constituency leaders. Nigeria at 65. A young boy out of hunger stole a loaf of bread. He's beaten to death and probably end in prison if he's lucky not to die. But the people who steals billions and trillions of naira walk around us with a handshake from religious leaders and with all kinds of chieftaincy title from the traditional leaders. What an irony. Nigeria at 65. We celebrate age, only age, but we absolutely ignore the responsibility that comes with maturity. Should a 65-year-old man be wearing diaper? Should a man at 65 who should be a grandfather be wearing diaper? Nigeria at 65. This is a concerned Nigeria, Salami Solomon, saying to us, everyone, we don't need to wait for the president to change the nation. Every nation is not just changed by the president, it's changed by the people. To the youths of Nigeria, I think our eyes are seeing our ears are hearing what nations are doing, what youth in different nations are doing, holding their leaders accountable and providing solutions for themselves. Wake up. Let's wake up, because we are only celebrating age. We are absolutely ignoring the responsibility that comes with maturity. This is a concerned Nigeria saying to us, happy independent Nigeria, but I'm only celebrating our age because we have totally ignored the responsibility that comes with maturity. I'm celebrating the old man called Nigeria that is behaving like a baby. Happy independent Nigerians. God bless you. Amen.